So welcome everyone to midweek meditation. We're in week 14. Time is flying, isn't it? Time is very different in this time of the pandemic because the days seem, there's not a whole lot of transition. Oh, I'm going to need to turn this off so I don't get feedback. Hang on. I was going to start something there. So yeah, week 14. And I want to honor the land that I'm on, which is the Lamchin tribelet of the Ramaytush people of the Ohlone Costanoan language group, caretakers and original inhabitants of this land. If you're new to meditation or new to our meditation, be kind and gentle with yourself. There's no place you have to go. There's no way you have to do this. I will offer some guidance. And if just being here is a great start to the practice. If you have any questions, you can reach me through my website, wendielash.com, or comments, and try to be non-judgmental and accepting of wherever you are and whatever experience you have today. So back by popular demand, because I got a lot of feedback. People really liked the Thich Nhat Hanh guided breath meditation. So I got his book, which is, I have been going to a Sangha, which is just like the name Kahila for community. It's a community where you meditate. And so I'd been going to a little local Sangha, and the woman there was trained and is in the order of Interbeing, which is Thich Nhat Hanh's engaged Buddhism order. And I'd just been going, and she'd been guiding these meditations for years, and I'd never actually seen the book that came out that helps people to do it at home and to have their own communities. So she suggested this book, and I did a little reading, and so we're going to do a second guided breath meditation in the tradition of Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist wisdom teacher. And I want to read you a little from the book as a setup. And I'm going to read you specifically about this particular meditation, which is the first one in the book. And it's entitled Joy of Meditation as Nourishment. And it says, many people begin to practice sitting meditation with the help of this exercise. Even those who have meditated for many years continue to practice it because the exercise is so effective. Breathing in, give complete attention to the in-breath. Wherever in the body the breath may be, feel the calm it brings. Just like drinking cool water on a hot day, feel how the cool breath, how the breath cools the inner organs of the body. When practicing meditation, if the body is calm, then the mind is calm. Conscious breathing makes the body and mind one. In breathing out, smile and relax all the facial muscles. The face has about 300 small muscles in it. The nervous system will also be relaxed. The half smile can be seen as a sign of calm brought by the in-breath, but it is itself also a means of attaining comfort and a clearer awareness of peace and joy. The conscious breathing and smile should be practiced during 5, 10, or even 15 in-out breaths before moving on to the second stage of this exercise. Don't worry, I'm going to guide us through that. Stage 2 of the exercise brings us back to the present moment. By dwelling in the present moment, we put an end to attachments to the past and anxieties about the future. Life is only available in the present. We need to return to this moment to be in touch with life as it really is. To know that we are alive, that we can be in contact with all the wonders within us and around us is truly a miracle. We need only to open our eyes and listen carefully to enjoy life's richness. In using conscious breathing, we can transform the present moment into a moment of wonder and beauty. So that's the intention for this meditation. I'm just going to mute a couple of you so we don't get some feedback here. And so I want to just explain how I'm going to do it more fully, not just how I remember, but now that I have the book, and my friend Susan, who runs the little Sangha, she stepped me through the process that she learned. And so we'll do it a little bit more, there'll be more structure to it. And I want to let you know what that is. So Thich Nhat Hanh talks about inviting the bell, because his orientation and the orientation of interbeing is that everything is one. So we are the bell is us. We're not going to hit the bell. We're going to invite the bell as part of us. So inviting the bell is actually, there's two different ways to do that. One is a wake up, which is like this. So you hear the bell, but it doesn't resonate. And that's, so it's not so jarring on the system. And the other will be the ringing of the bell to start the meditation and to end the meditation. And so I'll use the invite bell, the little short, non-sustaining bell. And then I'll give you the sentences that are the intention. And then they get distilled down to one word. And then the breath, you can use those words. If you're in a different place and you want to use a different meditation, then feel free. It's always your choice to follow what I'm offering or to just be in a meditative space with us. Then after some minutes, I'll do another wake up bell. And then I will give you the second half of this meditation. This meditation has 2 parts. In the book, there are some that have 8 or 9 parts, but we're starting with the first one, which is simpler, even though the second one is more complex. We might skip over that in future weeks. We'll do the second part of the meditation, the longer phrases, so you get the intention, and then the short individual words to use for the breath. And at any time, if your mind wanders, as I suspect it will, as all of our minds wander, when you notice it, you come back to those 2 short words and breathing in and breathing out. Or if you can't remember the words, just breathing in and breathing out. So anytime you notice that you've drifted off and you started thinking about the future or the past and you're not in the present moment with your breath, just come back to your breath. And then we'll finish with the longer invitational bell. And the chant that I'm going to offer us today is a chant that includes words about how meditation opens us to possibility and quiet and breath, which is really the intention of this meditation. And I want to invite you ahead of time to relax your body. So there's no particular way that you need to sit. And if you need to move and adjust yourself because you find that you're having some pain or you're focusing on, oh, I don't know how I can sit like this for another 10 minutes, then do something to allow the body to be relaxed. And when the body is relaxed, as Thich Nhat Hanh says, then the mind can be relaxed. It's an entryway into that. Remember to relax the muscles of your face. And actually, smiling is a way to relax the muscles of your face. And in this meditation, one of the prompt words is smile. So that reminds you to kind of go from this to this. It actually does relax the face, which is really lovely. So I'm going to read you one more passage from his book, from the introduction. So I thought it was really lovely. Instead of my words, we'll hear somebody else's. And this is about unfavorable reactions to guided meditations. I think he's speaking to people who are used to sitting for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes in complete silence. And I really appreciate what he says about this. A couple of different things about breathing and then about guided meditation. So breathing and looking deeply. Breathing and knowing that we are breathing is a basic practice. No one can be truly successful in the art of meditating without going through the door of breathing. To practice conscious breathing is to open the door to stopping and looking deeply in order to enter the domain of concentration and insight. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Conscious breathing is the way into any sort of meditative concentration. Conscious breathing also leads us to the basic realizations of the impermanence, emptiness, interdependent origination, selflessness, and non-duality of all that is. It is true that we can practice stopping and looking deeply without using conscious breathing, but conscious breathing is the safest and surest path that we can follow. And now, unfavorable reactions to guided meditation. Some people find the sound of the bell and the spoken voice during the sitting meditation session disturbing. Accustomed to silence while meditating, they feel that their peace and joy is taken away from them in guided meditation. I have to say, this was my reaction when I first was introduced to this kind of meditation, because I was used to ring the bell, you sit for 45 minutes, ring the bell, you're done. So, accustomed to silence while meditating, they feel that their peace and joy is taken away from them in guided meditation. This is not difficult to understand. In silent meditation, you are able to calm your body and your mind. You do not want anyone to disturb that state of lightness, peace, and joy. But if you are content only with this, you will not be able to go far in the work of transforming the depths of your consciousness. There are people who meditate only to forget the complications and problems of life, like rabbits crouching under a hedge to escape a hunter, or people taking shelter in a cellar to avoid bombs. The feeling of security and protection arises naturally when we sit in meditation, but we cannot continue in this state forever. We need the vigor and strength to come out of the meditation hall into life, because that is the only way we can hope to change our world. In the practice of guided meditation, we have the opportunity to look deeply into the mind, to sow wholesomeness seeds there, to strengthen and cultivate those seeds so that they may become the means for transforming the suffering in us. Finally, we can also be guided in meditation to come face to face with that suffering in order to understand its root causes and be free of its bondage. So I don't think I ever really, never having read this book before, I really didn't understand his orientation. And it actually is to cultivate something deeper, at least that's the way I read it, that the world is filled with jarringness and activity. And if we can only cultivate it in the silence, we're not taking it to the next step of how to bring it into our lives more fully and how to bring it into the world. So it's not just for us, but it's also for how we are in the world and how we want to be in the energy that we want to bring in the world. So I think that's a beautiful sentiment, and I wanted to share it with you today. So now we'll go forward into our meditation. So get comfortable. You feel yourself grounded in your chair or wherever you are sitting. Try not to rustle the papers, so let me move that sheet. And relax as I do the chant, and then move us into this beautiful guided meditation. Another world's not only possible. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. Another world's not only possible. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. She is on her way. She is on her way. Another world's not only possible. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. Another world's not only possible. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. She is on her way. Hey, hey, hey. She is on her way. Hey, hey, hey. Another world's not only possible. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. Another world's not only possible. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. Body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. We send our hearts, along with the sound of the bell. May all who hear it awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrows. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Calm, smile. Breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I know it is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. At the sound of the next bell, you can bring yourself back and open your eyes and stretch. I wanted to offer a poem as our closing before we end the live stream, and those who are watching the recorded version. And if you're here in the Zoom room, we can stay for another 15 minutes and comments or questions. So this poem is called The Paradox of Noise by Gunilla Norris. It is a paradox that we encounter so much internal noise when we first try to sit in silence. It is a paradox that experiencing pain releases pain. It is a paradox that keeping still can lead us so fully into life and being. Our minds do not like paradoxes. We want things to be clear so we can maintain our illusions of safety. Certainty breeds tremendous smugness. We each possess a deeper level of being, however, which loves paradox. It knows that summer is already growing like a seed in the depth of winter. It knows that the moment we are born, we begin to die. It knows that all of life shimmers in the shades of becoming, that shadow and light are always together, the visible mingled with the invisible. When we sit in stillness, we are profoundly active. Keeping silent, we hear the roar of existence. Through our willingness to be the one we are, we become one with everything. So if you're leaving us with the live stream or you're on the recording, I invite you to take a little time and journal or reflect on your experiences of today. What did you notice? What did you experience either during the meditation or after? And honoring the divine in me that salutes the divine in you. Let's say, B'Tselem Yah. You are made in the image of Yah, of God. Have a beautiful day.